Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to set up a custom structure so we can set up our own materials and such. I'll give you the vanilla. So, this video will be edited. First things first is we will set up our structure mesh that we were going to want to color. So in my case, I'm going to do a metal floor, which is a metal foundation. We're going to search by the static mesh. And let's grab the metal floor. We're going to make a copy. And we're going to go back to the folder we were just in. And we're going to paste the thing in. And then this is what we want to, basically we are going to make it so we can add more materials to this, including this one. So we're going to also grab the basic material instance, because we might want that later. Paste it in. And next thing is, let's go ahead and rename this custom mesh 1. And then we are going to right click it, asset actions, export. It's going to ask where you want it. Go ahead and save it where you think you want it. FBX 2013. You can go higher, but I don't see a purpose. Export. When it's exported, go ahead and we will open up Blender. Okay. Once Blender is open, we're going to go ahead and clear the screen. All I did is just hit A and then delete. I'm going to go ahead and close the DevKit down so we can work on this. Once the Blender is open, we'll go ahead and File, Import, FBX, Downloads. That's where I will put it. Custom Mesh. Okay. Import it. So here is the foundation in Blender. And if we hit Tab, click the object, and then Tab, we can see that, hey, this is all this, and the material that's applied is the metal floor. We are going to go ahead and remove the material. I guess we can remove the material not in edit mode. So we removed it. And we are going to press Tab. We're going to press A if it's not already. Right click, separate by loose parts. Okay, and that creates a massive amount of secondary meshes with no material. And so now, here comes the fun part. Now that everything is separated, so let's say I want this top area to be like a totally different material. I'm going to right click and, or no, sorry. I'm going to Control J, so it snaps it all to one material, or one custom object. Now that we combined a mesh area, we're going to create a new material. We're going to give it a basic color so we know what we're looking at. Then we're going to press Z, and then we are going to do material preview, saying, hey, this is that red material you applied. And so now we'll go ahead and pick a different couple new things. So let's say these little nubbits right here. Oops, one too many. And then click, click. Okay, now that we're satisfied, we're going to do Control J. Joins them together. We're going to give it a material, give it a color so we can see it. And then there's those. One of the issues with exporting meshes into Blender is Unreal does not like the transfer system, so it's going to be like low quality. So you might have to sit there and fix the mesh a little bit if it comes out kind of winky. It's not a big deal, but something to keep in mind. Low quality, basically, is what happens. And now I'm going to speed through this. Yeah, and then we spend a little bit of time just making that all combined in the way we want it to. Let's say I want this bottom area to be the default material that's applied to the metal structures in the first place. And there's a decent amount of stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so now that we have condensed what we want colored, let's say I want this top material to be, I still want it to be something else, but I do want to do that. So once you colored the structure way you want it, go ahead and press A, and then Control Join. So now there's multiple materials separated, but it's still one mesh. We'll go ahead and export this new mesh, FEX, and put it where you want it. So new foundation, export, export. And we can go ahead and save this Blender file so we can come back to it later. So foundation, go ahead and save it. And now we'll load up the DevKit. Okay, now that you have opened your level, you'll go ahead and import the new mesh, new foundation, open. And I have it set to not import materials for some reason, so I gotta figure that out. Doesn't want to import my materials. Local, here we go. Create new materials. If that's not already set up like that, but you import it, close it, creates the materials. Give it a minute. Okay, when your shaders are all compiled, what you'll go ahead and do is open up your foundation, and this is what it should look like if you have materials turned on. So what we'll do now is, okay, so we know the red is the foundation material we want to keep, so we're going to apply that here. Keeps the UVs. And now you have you can do anything you want for this, these extra materials. So for this pink one, I'm going to go ahead and quickly make a shiny material. So just quickly throw together a simple material, nothing super weird or super difficult. And go ahead and create an instance of that. Open that up and just change the color to like a red. Okay. And then let's go ahead and apply that to that yellow. So we have that nice shiny yellow. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Let's say I want a blue now. I want a blue. And put that there. And yeah, you just keep applying custom materials to it. And then the new mesh, when you are all done with the new mesh, you'll go ahead and grab your placeable that you are replacing. In this case, it would be the metal floor. And this one's a blueprint actor, which is this one. Go ahead and open full blueprint editor. Okay, now that you go ahead and open up your placeable object, keep in mind that this little cube is required. It is basically your collision mesh, but we can move it just for the time being. We'll put it back when we're done. But we'll go ahead and take the new foundation, stick it there. Oops, not on that one. It's gonna be on this one. And there's our new foundation, and then we'll go ahead and re-zero this out. Just like so. Compile, save, and there we go. There's our new placeable. Retextured however we want. In Blender, you can also, instead of, let's say, okay, I really don't like this low quality effect right here, what I can do is open up Blender and kind of Control Z it right before we combined everything. Well, let's say I don't want these in the end, so I'm going to go ahead and right click and delete these. And then we just re-export it, re-import it, reapply the materials, and we're good to go. And there you go. That should be everything. Hope you enjoyed.